Have you ever noticed that your cockatiel raises its crest right when you walk into the room, look at it, or simply shift position on its perch? Well, this very common gesture, which many people associate only with happiness or curiosity, may be hiding a much more complex form of communication than you imagine. Cockatiels, like other bird species, have developed an extremely sophisticated body language over the course of evolution, and the crest is one of the most powerful tools in that repertoire. The problem is that most owners have never learned to decode these signals and end up missing valuable information about what's going on in their pet's head. Has this ever happened to you? That moment when your cockatiel suddenly raises its crest and you're left not knowing if it's excited, scared, or just reacting to some noise in the house. This doubt is more common than it seems, and the good news is that there really is a pattern behind this behavior. The position of the crest, the speed at which it moves, and even the context in which it happens form a real alphabet that the bird uses to express itself. And once you learn to read that alphabet, the relationship between you two changes completely. Think about it. What if this simple act of raising the crest could tell you whether your cockatiel trusts you, whether it misses you when you leave the house, whether it's genuinely curious about something new in the environment, or even whether it's hiding a fear you never noticed? That changes everything, doesn't it? Because taking care of a cockatiel isn't just about providing food, water, and a comfortable perch. It's about understanding what it feels, respecting its limits, and strengthening a bond of trust that can only be built when there's real communication between you. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. What you're about to discover might surprise you, because we're going beyond the obvious. We're going to show that a cockatiel's crest isn't just decoration or an aesthetic detail. It's actually a real panel of emotions, capable of expressing internal states that often go unnoticed by less attentive owners. Understanding these signals is essential, not only for strengthening the emotional bond, but also for identifying early signs of stress, discomfort, or even health problems that may be communicated silently. Stay with me until the end of this video, because you're going to learn clearly and practically. 2. Interpret exactly what your cockatiel is trying to say every time it raises its crest. We're going to explore the different positions, fully raised crest, half raised, flattened, among other variations, and what each one typically represents in these birds' behavior. You'll also understand how context makes all the difference in interpretation, because the same movement can mean completely different things depending on the situation your bird is in. After this video, you'll never look at this behavior the same way again. Every crest movement will stop being a mystery and become a clear, direct message that your cockatiel is sending you all the time, just waiting for someone to finally learn to listen. And that's exactly what you're going to do from now on. Before we continue, let me tell you something. While I was preparing this content, I realized how much this topic touches on something much deeper than simply understanding animal behavior. It touches on the way we relate to others, the way we pay attention, the way we care. And that's why I wanted to make an invitation before we move forward. If this subject is already making sense to you, if at some point you related to it and thought, wow, that's exactly what happens with my cockatiel, leave a comment below about what stood out to you the most so far. Seriously, I read every comment, and it's amazing how different each story is. Some people discover their bird misses them, others notice signs of stress they had never picked up on before. Your experience might be exactly what someone else reading the comments needs to hear in order to also pay more attention to their own bird. So don't keep it to yourself. Share it, because that exchange is what turns this space into a real community of owners who genuinely care. And look, if you've made it this far and felt like this content is making a difference, hit that like button now. While you remember, it might seem like a small gesture, I know, but it's what signals to the platform that this topic deserves to reach more screens, more homes, more people who also have a cockatiel and have no idea how much they're missing without even realizing it. Liking is quick, but its impact on the continuity of this kind of content is huge. It's literally your participation deciding whether this topic goes far or not. Oh, and if you're the type who likes to know firsthand when a new video comes out here, now's the time to hit the bell button, the hype button, because every week I bring content like this, in depth, made with care to help you understand the world of cockatiels better and better, and I wouldn't want you to miss any of these videos because of the algorithm, you know? The bell makes sure you'll be notified right away. And speaking of not missing anything, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, here's the invitation: subscribe. I'm not asking just to ask. Your subscription is what makes this channel grow. It's what allows me to keep bringing content like this, each time more complete, each time closer to the reality of those who truly love and don't care for a cockatiel. Your participation here is what allows this channel to reach more people with this kind of content. It's what sustains this project going forward. So comment, like, hit the bell and subscribe, not as an obligation, but as part of this journey we're building together, understanding more and more about these special beings who share their lives with us. All right, with that heartfelt invitation made, let's keep going, because now comes the part I like most. We're going to really dive into the details of each crest position, and you're going to start seeing your cockatiel with different eyes from now on. The secret language your cockatiel uses every day. Your cockatiel doesn't talk. That's obvious. But what few people realize is that it's talking to you all the time. Every second it's transmitting some kind of message, just in a language that most humans have never learned to decode. And that completely changes the way we see this relationship. Imagine trying to talk to someone for years and that person never understanding a single word you say. Frustrating, right? Well, that's exactly what happens every day between owners and their birds. There's a hidden truth in this relationship. Silence was never the absence of communication. It was just a lack of translation. Decoding the body code. The position of the crest, the shape of the E, eyes, the ruffling of the feathers, the posture of the body, the rhythm of breathing, and even small vocalizations form an extremely sophisticated communication system. It's almost a decoding journey, where every detail reveals a piece of the bird's mindset and emotional state at that moment. Understanding this is a real transformation in the way you live alongside it. And within this whole system, there's one element that carries more information than any other single signal: the crest. It is, without a doubt, one of the most important messages your cockatiel can send you, and that's exactly where the behind the scenes of this communication really begin to be revealed. Why does it raise its crest as soon as it sees you? Have you noticed that the crest goes up the moment you enter the room? That's no coincidence. It's pure emotional connection. Your cockatiel's brain recognizes you and associates your presence with safety, routine, food, companionship, and protection. There's a real revelation here about how much deeper this bond is than it seems at first glance, and that alone already changes the mindset of any owner who used to see this gesture as something simple. But hold that thought, because here comes the surprise. This movement doesn't always mean happiness. Sometimes what's behind that raised crest is anticipation. Other times, it's genuine curiosity, and in many cases, it's maximum attention, the bird's entire body entering a state of watchful alert, trying to catch every detail of what's about to happen next. The hidden truth behind the gesture, and here's where the real impact of this discovery lies. There's a huge difference between raising the crest out of love for you and raising it while trying to figure out your intentions. These are two completely different messages, hidden behind the same gesture, and it's exactly this distinction that will help you interpret much more accurately what's really going on in your cockatiel's mind in the moments that follow. The four meanings almost everyone confuses here comes a revelation that tends to catch everyone off guard. There are at least four different emotional states hidden behind the very same crest movement. Curiosity. The crest rises slightly, tilted a bit forward, while the head makes small adjustments, trying to focus on something new in the environment. Happiness. This usually comes more relaxed, along with a loose body, no tension, often paired with soft vocalizations, and calm movements. Alert. The crest rises more rigidly and straight, the body becomes more upright, and the eyes start scanning the environment more intensely. Fear. It can rise almost the same way as in alert mode, but combined with a hunched body, feathers pressed flat, and a tendency to back away or retreat. Think about it. A cockatiel can raise its crest in exactly the same way when it gets a treat, and when it sees something that made it feel insecure. This challenges the mindset of anyone who thought they'd already cracked this code, because the hidden truth is that the crest alone never tells the whole story. The secret is in the details. The key shift is this: never look only at the crest. You need to observe the whole picture: eyes, wings, tail, feathers, and posture, to truly understand the emotional behind the scenes of your bird. The small details that reveal whether it trusts you now, pay close attention, because this part is almost like an emotional confession. There are small signs, almost invisible in everyday life, that reveal the true level of trust your cockatiel has in you. And no, it's not about a single isolated gesture. It's about repetition, about a pattern, about a journey built up gradually through daily life together. Does it walk over to you on its own without being called? Does it close its eyes while being petted? fully surrendering its body in that moment of total relaxation? Does it let out soft vocalizations, almost like a whisper, when it's near you? Does it stay on your shoulder or close to you even without a treat as a reason? Does it sleep beside you, relaxed, with no signs of alertness? Each of these questions is, in practice, a real test of your bird's emotional mindset. The hidden truth behind relaxation. Here's a revelation that changes everything. For a prey animal in the wild, showing relaxation around someone is one of the greatest proofs of trust it can offer. That's no small thing. It has a real impact on how you should view every small gesture of closeness. Trust never appears all at once. It reveals itself behind the scenes of daily routine in the silent repetition of these behaviors over time. And it's precisely this accumulation of small signals that will help you clearly see just how much your cockatiel has already decided to trust you, or how much of a road there still is ahead. The mistakes that make your cockatiel change the meaning of its crest. Now pay close attention, because this part might be painful to hear. There are small mistakes made almost without realizing it in everyday life that are capable of completely changing the way your cockatiel communicates with you. And the worst part, often the owner doesn't even realize they were the one who caused that change. Approaching too quickly without giving the bird time to process the movement, picking it up with no kind of warning beforehand, ignoring clear signs of discomfort and insisting anyway, startling the cockatiel while it's resting, pulling it out of a state of deep relaxation, insisting on affection even when its body is already asking for space. Each of these decisions, made repeatedly, slowly erodes the trust that once existed. The hidden truth behind the change in behavior. And here's a revelation that carries weight. Many owners believe their bird's personality changed, when, in reality, it simply gave up trying to be understood. It's not rebellion. It's not sudden coldness. It's the direct result of a form of communication that over time stopped being respected. That's the real impact that small decisions made on autopilot can have on a relationship that should be built with care. Understanding this is the first step toward a real transformation in your life together, and that's exactly where we're headed now, showing how to reverse this process before it becomes permanent. What your cockatiel may have been trying to tell you for a long time. Now pay close attention, because this is perhaps the strongest revelation in this whole video. Maybe it never just wanted food. Maybe this whole time, behind every raised crest, it was trying to say something much deeper than any owner ever imagined. I'm happy you're back. I can trust you. I want to play. I'm curious. I'm scared. I need you to understand me. Simple phrases, but ones that carry an enormous emotional weight when you stop to think that they were being said the whole time, silently, through a gesture that many people never learned to read. A shift in mindset. And this is where the true transformation lies. When you learn to interpret these signals, you stop just taking care of a cockatiel and start building a relationship based on trust. This completely changes the journey you share together, because caring stops being just about basic needs and becomes about presence, listening, and real connection. And now that you understand this behind-the-scenes language, it's time to put it all into practice, quickly and directly reviewing each signal we've broken down here, so you never forget it again. If you've made it this far, I want to tell you something. That alone shows how much you truly care about your cockatiel, and that's exactly why I wanted to make one final invitation before we wrap up for today. If you want to keep discovering signals, behaviors, and messages that most people ignore every day, subscribe to the channel. Here we'll keep diving deep into this world, always, bringing you what truly makes a difference in the relationship between you and your bird. And before you go, leave a comment here. My cockatiel is family. Tell me why. Because every behavior you notice in your bird can have a different meaning. And I love reading these stories. If you haven't liked this video yet, do it now, because every like helps more people avoid silent mistakes and creates a real impact on the lives of cockatiels who depend entirely on their owners. And there's a video right here next to this one that goes really well with this topic. Click on it and keep going with me over there, because this journey of truly understanding your bird is just getting started.